it's an emergency, you know. So some departments have those, some don't. I like the amber lights just because it does break up the blue and white.
Yeah, that is, and so, those blue ones can be bright and obnoxious at times.
Well, at nighttime they're really bright, but you throw in a little bit of amber, it kind of breaks it up a little bit. Plus, it's different from the average blue light, so
yeah,
people know that it's more of an emergency and it's not just, you know, traffic stop.
Got it.
Then we have what's called we got different little lights on the front.
I'm sorry about the breaking the video. I had a phone call. I'm sorry, but this is Chief Green. I'm letting him introduce himself to y'all here. Chief, I'm sorry. I had to break in the video. You want to introduce yourself again? I'm sorry.
I'm Chief Green with the City of Wellford Police Department.
Awesome, beautiful. Yeah, and he's giving me a tour of the inside of his vehicle here.
You look at the front of the vehicle.
So this is a wreck scene here at night.
A lot of our vehicles, the newer ones, have these lights so that we can illuminate the area for responders. And it's safe for us to do our business. And there's not a lot of street lights in some of these back roads. So, you know, our cars are equipped with, you know, the capability to light up the area.
Got it. And so when these lights come on, dash cam comes on automatically?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Right now, because my car's been sitting here, my camera's off, but anytime, like in the mornings, whenever I come out and do my pre-car check, oil, tires, I'll turn my camera on, it cycles through. Everybody has a password that's specific to them. That way, as we do our evidential value, you can't come in under my name and film something.
Got it.
Every car has its own video. Every car has its own specific password. And it's specific to the officer. But this car here is different from that car.
Yeah. So when things are FOIA requested, they know exactly which car and which camera to go to.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Like if you say today you wanted a copy of the video, we would find out what time, what officers were working, and we would go back and pull it from our files. Got it. And get it sent out. So,
absolutely.
And then of course every car is equipped with in-car video. Mine. Every officer is different. I like mine in the back because I put my people that I'm dealing with, good or bad, in the back seat. So
always opposite side of you over here?
Always opposite side. You don't want nobody behind you.
Yeah.
Just officer safety. So you put mine, a lot of the other cars, the video's in the front, but mine's in the back, and it like the entire inside of my car.
Got it.
Is filmed.
Okay. So. And so the thing with the hat, I've been kind of told several things. So let's say you get out the car and you don't have your hat on. Is it true that that ticket is now invalid because you don't have your hat on?
Every agency different. Ours is more or less for looks, parades, funerals. Some of the officers wear them on every traffic stop, some don't.
Yeah.
It just depends. Like today I would not pull this out because it's raining.
Yeah.
This thing gets all kind of jacked up.
Really?
So, walk out.
That works just as fine, don't it? Yeah, that works just as fine.
It just depends. Everybody, you know, there's different vests. This is one I've been kind of demoing.
That is bright.
It is. Yeah, and when I'm on a traffic stop, people see me.
Yeah.
And even at night, you know, it's about being visible. Even during the day, if I can walk up and I'm in this, it's obvious that you
very obvious. Yeah. So and so another thing about traffic stops, like on, let's say you're on 85 or something. Yep. Is it law that people must get over, or that kind of like a courtesy thing to officers?
It is state law that you have to yield the right-of-way of emergency vehicle or tow vehicle. So if we're on the side of the road, a tow truck, fire truck, ambulance, state law is if you're able to get over, get over. If you're not, slow down, and if you have to come to a stop. But in essence, safety thing. You know, we've had so many responders killed, fire, EMS, police, even tow truck drivers. Just
really?
Year before last, the Mills, can't think of his first name, but he was a tow truck driver. He was actually killed with his daughter in the truck.
Wow.
Very, very tragic.
So it's state law that if you see any type of first responders, anything like that,
tow truck, you have to get
on the side of the road, you have to get over. Got it.
This is the vest that most of our we wear, all of our officers wear.
Can I get a good shot of this here?
Oh, absolutely.
Appreciate it. Again, this is Chief Green here of the Wellford Sc Police Department. That's a nice vest there, brother.
It's non-tactical, non-threatening, and it looks like our uniform.
Okay.
When I got it on, it looks like a uniform shirt.
Yeah.
So this is what most officers wear. Like I said, we've been demoing the kind of the broader ones just to kind of get the people's reaction, and safety aspect is the main thing.
Okay, and I have a question because I see the case here. So y'all carry, so like I know you got your sidearm on you, and then y'all have, I would say, the bigger tactical weapons?
And again, it's officer specific. I've got a shorter gun in my office. It's called a Scorpion. It's 9mm, but it is for like if we had an active shooter, it's a 30-round clip. Right now, it's being cleaned, so it's in my office. This is actually a shotgun. City of Wellford, year before last, was one of the only departments in the upstate that actually carries a less lethal round. So if I go out to an individual that may be mentally ill or a situation that may not require a firearm, but I need to neutralize the situation, I have different rounds. I can show you something.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have different rounds that we've been trained on to be able to mitigate the situation without taking a loss of life.
Got it. So are they like, as like, you know how some cops have like the plastic bullets or the rubber bullets they hit?
It is very similar.
Okay, got it.
The other there is actually a beanbag. This is actually a beanbag that comes out, and you shoot them, let's say, in the thigh, and let's say you got a knife. Let's say you're not threatening me, but you may be threatening yourself, right? Well, instead of me taking your life or injuring you in a way that may be, moral, incapacitating you later, I can take a non-lethal round, shoot you in the thigh. It hurts really bad.
Like hell, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and
like
you're gonna
hell.
drop that knife.
Oh yeah.
And we can come and take you into custody and get you help versus having to use a lethal. Or say it's a crowd of people, or this right here is just a different method that we can use at the City of Wellford that we don't have to take.
So that's more of like a neutralizing
thing.
thing,
right here. And it looks kind of like a little rocket. But same thing, you can shoot somebody in the thigh with that.
So when engaging people with those there, are y'all trained to only aim for certain areas of the body?
Yes.
Okay.
Just like anything can be lethal. I can pick up a rock and hit you in certain places.
That is true, yeah.
So even with the less lethal, same thing. I mean, we are trained to aim in the fatty portions of the body.
Yeah.
Your thigh can take a hit. It's going to hurt, but it's not going to injure you in a way that kill you later.
Yeah, understand.
That same thing, no head, no groin, but, if you have to, chest or thigh.
Okay.
We are trained,
So the stomach off limits too, that's more of a death sensitive area?
We got a lot of vital organs in your stomach that you can damage and or tear and bleed out. So we really try to aim for the thigh.
Got it.
And that way it's kind of...
And so that's always 100% effective if you hit somebody here and they're holding something that you want out of their hand.
You've got to be a really big jacked up dude to take one of these hits and not go down. And that right there is called a thunder round. It's more or less like a loud boom. If you've got a crowd and you need to disperse them, he's right. A loud boom, kind of gets everybody's attention.
Yeah.
And, people will start to disperse.
Got it.
So this is just one method that we have at the City of Wellford that we try thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
I mean, we really try. Not if you got certain individuals that you take one of these less lethal rounds and you may be able to get them into custody without hurting.
Yeah, that's
hurting them bad.
I can understand that. I mean, but even still, it's really hard to continue to fight looking down that type of gun.
Well, and that's the main thing too, is when I get out of this, call it this, and you hear the movies.
Yeah.
That's an intention getter right off the bat.
Immediately.
So a lot of times you're right. A lot of times you come out with this, it does get people's attention, and they think twice about what they're doing. Yeah. So you're right. Just the sight or the sound of this is definitely.
You mind if I get a couple of those wristbands there?
Absolutely. This is every officer carries a box like this. We make them up specifically for our area. We'll get out with a group of kids, and we stickers, pencils, suckers, and these right here. If you want to get a couple of these.
These here.
It's called "Be a Buddy, Not a Bully."
And then a sticker for my son, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. If you really think about, a lot of people are on drugs and have bad situations. At one point in their life, they were bullied.
Yeah.
So instead of telling everybody say no to drugs, that is such an outdated slogan.
Yeah,
and kids are so tired of hearing it. Our thing is, hey, you know what? Be a buddy, not a bully. And if everybody gets along, maybe you won't have that kid turn to drugs later on in life.
Yeah, that's an understandable statement. I like that.
So just thinking outside the box. Certain slogans people get, after time, you hear it so long and so much, it don't
it just don't mean anything anymore. Yeah.
So now let's try a different way, but have the same outcome.
Got it.
all the officers at Wellford, we are equipped with the Narcan, and that's the opiate crisis that everybody's going through right now. We are all trained in the opiate. Everybody has one of these. It's very specific to the officer. We get these from DHEC. And, you know, like if you was not, I couldn't give you this to use because it's specific to me. I have to use this.
Okay, so that's what you use on yourself.
No. I use it on anybody that needs it. But
I
couldn't give this to another officer to use because you have to be trained, and that number that's on this box is very specific to me.
Okay, got it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
But no, it can be used for me, you, the public, citizens.
And so that's if you come across somebody that's like overdosed on opiate or something.
On some type of opiate.
Got it. Okay.
Children, elderly, or anybody that may be addicted to some type of opiate drug. Heroin. We'll come across them, and we've actually within the last 3 weeks had a save with the Narcan. We had an officer that got to a situation before EMS and was actually able to get the person breathing again before EMS arrived with the Narcan.
Wow.
So, not everybody's car looks like this, man. Obviously,
I know everybody's different. Yeah, I understand that.
I tell everybody everything in here at one point in time I've needed and didn't have, so later on I'll actually go and purchase it and put it in my car, and hopefully, if I need it again, then it's in there.
So how long have you been in law enforcement?
Started as a reserve in 2008. Went full-time here after getting back from Afghanistan in 2012, and kind of been here ever since.
It's been kind of hanging out ever since?
It's the only place I've ever worked for law enforcement. I was in the fire department for a long time.
Really? Okay.
Did a little EMS work. So this is outside my wheelhouse, when I came, but the people at Wellford are good people. Really good people. The citizens, we have a good working relationship with our citizens, and it works. Good community policing, and it all goes back to good administration. Our administration pushes community policing, onto me. I push it onto the officers, and it works.
And the thing is, and that's kind of the thing I stand for is trying to gap the bridge between the disconnect between the citizens and the police, and to sit here and be as cordial as we are with each other, and sit and talk, and I'm not asking you to put any bad thing with any other cops, but not every cop can interact with people like this, and there are some cops that just have different upbringing, and they kind of inflict their personal things into the duty. And
it goes back to anything, man. It's not just law enforcement. I was in the fire department for a long time. We had firemen who acted outside what we would consider, cordial to the public. I've worked in EMS. You're going to have people that act differently with everybody in any job, but as law enforcement, we are held to a higher standard.
Yeah, absolutely.
And with that, we need to be able to do this, everybody. And our officers, we have training here once a month, and we train on these videos.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good.
The incident that happened in Greer.
Yeah, really?
After that happened, we brought that back, looked at the video here, and said, what would we do? How would we act if somebody showed up the video?
Yeah.
And I look at the YouTube videos with someone such as yourself comes onto a public area, engages very cordial. I mean, you've been great.
Yeah.
And I'm able to, kind of educate you, hopefully. And
absolutely. Absolutely.
Versus, just being a complete, just total non-cordial, get away from it. And that's what a disconnect is. We need to be able to do this at all levels.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I agree with that. Absolutely.
Are able, here at Wellford, we train to be able to engage with the public. Like our traffic stop and stuff. We don't mind when people film us, but we think it's great. I mean, of course, we have cameras, and so we're filming you. Why can't you film us?
Yeah,
the only thing we ever ask is if it's roadway safety.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You've got to stand over there if you're going to film us. Mind you filming, but we don't want to be responsible for you getting run over. And it's all just how you interact with people.
All right, guys, I'm getting ready to cut the video here. Again, this is Chief Green here. It's been a pleasure talking to you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Yes, sir, I appreciate it. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Too, man. If you ever
really
come out and see how we interact, I mean, this right here is great what you're doing, but you really don't get how we interact with folks. So, like, let me get you one of my cards.
Okay.
On my number. Let me step in and get you.
Okay.
And come out and actually do a ride-along. I mean,
do a ride-along?
Actually, let me put you in the seat and let you see how we interact.
Absolutely.
That's where your real videos will come from.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm going to cut the video here. I'll be back shortly.